How ugly is that? I'm going to have to sand and paint that. I have to take off the trim because that needs filling. You have to make sure I get it in the thread at the very beginning of turning before it starts gulling. There you go. I remembered the word. Man, that works. Look, finger tight. Use the other one to help push the one I'm working on. Funny if I had to screw this in to get that out. Got it. Forgotten how to use it. That little bit of wood's had more attention than anything else in this boat. Probably 10 times as much. 80, 60 grit. Scratch the paint. Okay, I've lost the regular mixing stick. It's probably gone the same place as the regular sander. I'll just mix this a fair bit. Now I'll push a little bit into the holes. I don't want it to go above the top. I don't want it to go on the white existing good part. I probably should be going upwards instead of downwards. Yeah, thanks for telling me that. I think I've done what I set out to do. If not, I can push a bit more up from under. If I don't stop now, I'm going to make a mess. That's what I usually do. Can't stop. Don't know when to stop. Stopping time is right now. So I've already countersunk the tops of all the holes, right around the whole boat. I now have to get in and do it from underneath. I only have to do enough to make it into a collar top and bottom. It can't fall out. First go over, all over my hand too. Had a glove on the other one. Now when you push your finger upwards, it leaves a bubble, and then when you let go, it droops. So I've got to sand it a bit and then go over it again. See that? Unbelievable. I've got to make it square all the way up to here. Okay. The sticker on the dashboard, it's got glue all the way down the other end. I've scraped most of it off, but when I'm doing it, gelcoat's coming with it. I have to do this. See what happens. Still leaving the glue behind. If I'm going to do something similar, I'll put it on a board and just put the board on with maybe a couple of invisible screws poking out the back. The glue is going to have to be sanded off, just taking the gel coat with it. Probably because the gel coat's hot too. It's July 19th, 2015. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and it's just creeping off zero. It's cold enough to get dew coming down off the canopy and collecting in the boat all over, and on the underside of the tarps I even have frost on the outside of the canopy and the top. Just been sanding off the filling, and even after the second go it wasn't good enough. This screw and one down here I'm going to fill with putty, because that one's not gripping and that one's too crooked. So I could have showed you this the other day when I was countersinking, but I had to use a big drill. Here, countersinking can be done like this. Like that. I might as well do this one. So when I get the putty, I'll just fill them right up. You should hit something down here. For this job I'm going to use special tool number 725. I wish I'd written them all down. This is half a clothes peg. I'll be able to drill this in half an hour or less. Last time I got this far I used a wire brush in the drill, and it heated up the putty and it just came off easy. Just sanding along, minding my own business. As soon as I sand it, I'm trying to get this spot level. As soon as I sand it down to there, these pinholes appeared. And then I was dusting them and with this, and that happened. There was a press stud here once, and there, but there nothing, it's just skin. I'm going to get the knife. I'll just put a screw in and see what happens then. Ooh. If I go up, it's going to take the whole top off. I can feel it. No, that'll do. Just have to get the putty out again. That's 2 coats. There'll be a 3rd lot now. It took me long enough to read this. Only woke up yesterday. It's a New South Wales plate. Could have been Albury. Could have been Tweed Heads. That's going to need doing a bit. Get down to the glass if I have to. I've got to try and get the navigation lights out, because the rubber is ruined underneath. Anyway, this sticker has to come off because it's not Victorian. Bit extra. Smell heat. All glue stuck on the fiberglass. Goes better without heat. Now of course those lights, they've got a very long rusty screw with a nut on the bottom, and they're going to have to be undone as fast as possible and then broken. Hope I don't damage the lights. Well, the screw came out. The nut came off the screw, no problem. And I think it's brass. But the wire won't come out because the two core light, for some reason or other, is wired in 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 7 core. That's clever. It's expensive, isn't it? You'd think they'd have a few yards of 2 core, considering the length of the boat and all that. Who said you can't grow oranges in Melbourne? Look at that.